Hello friends, welcome to iExamB. I'm Satakshi and I'm your English faculty at iExamB, and in this video we will see about your IFSCA Descriptive English paper. And in this paper we all know that we have our essay writing, Precis writing and reading comprehension, right? And essay writing will come for 30 marks, Precis writing 35 and reading comprehension also of 35 marks. So very quickly let us take a very quick overview of what points should we keep in mind while we are attempting these questions in our exam, right? So when I talk about essay writing, you have to take care of the word limit. And when I say that you have to take care of the word limit, firstly you have to try that you express all your ideas within the prescribed word limit, and if at all you need to extend it a little, if you're not able to express your ideas within that prescribed word limit, ensure that you don't exceed the word limit by more than 10% of the given word count, right? So if 200 words are given to you to write an essay, maximum you can go to 220 words, that is 200 plus 10% of 200, right? So don't exceed more than that, right? Apart from this topic, now selecting the topic is not as easy or should not be done as casually as many people may do. So ensure that whenever you are selecting the topic, you have enough content to write there, right? And how do you select that? We also discuss it in our classes, that there are certain ways to select topic. So I will just give you a gist of it. Write the points that come to your mind in rough related to all the topics that are given to you. And if suppose 5 topics are given to you and you think you can write on 3, first try writing the rough points for all those 3 and pick the passage, pick the topic where you feel that you have the maximum points and concrete points to write. Okay, now having said all this, structure matters a lot. Structure means that your essay should not be scattered, right? One kind of idea is better presented at one place. Now the content. Now content matters a lot. Suppose the topic is on climate change, suppose, then you should mention its political aspects, its social aspects, its aspect on economy, how can technology help us combat climate change, etc., etc., right? So all the aspects should be covered in a holistic manner. Okay, also language, we must always take care that we do not make grammatical and spelling mistakes. And also students make a lot of mistakes regarding the capitalization. So always use capitalization properly. Always after full stop, make sure that you have to give a space and then capitalize. Also the names of organization that require capitalization must be capitalized, like WHO, UNESCO, UNICEF, right? And now moving on to Precis writing. Word limit is something that you should really take care of when writing a Precis. Firstly, in Precis, if your word limit is prescribed, you have to stick to that prescribed word limit. If not prescribed, reduce your passage to 1/3 of its length, right? And that will be the word limit for your Precis. All right, then your title, if it has been mentioned specifically that do not give it a title, then only don't give it a title, else always give a title to your Precis. All right, now interpretation of data, this is so important. Students, copy the data as it is, that is given in the passage. You don't need to copy it, you have to interpret the data. One example that I always give, if it has been written in the passage 90% of the population, you should write it as majority of the population. Okay, so always interpret the data. Then no repetition. There may be many ideas that are represented multiple times in a passage, right? So make sure that you only express that idea at one place and don't repeat it again and again while writing a Precis, right? Also no copying the language, right? Try to change the language as much as possible. And if you're not getting any help, that how to change it, always take help of the synonyms, right? So replace the words that are present in the passage with their synonyms in the Precis. Okay, now this is very important that your Precis must always include the main idea, what the passage wants to convey, right? So make sure that you only pick the points that are conveying the important ideas, and also the main idea of the entire passage must be present in the Precis. All right, now moving on to reading comprehension. Very important, again, word limit. Your word limit should be somewhere around 15 words per mark, right? So if each question of reading comprehension is of 5 marks, your answer should be around 75 to 80 words, right? So keep that word limit in your mind. Okay, now do not fear overlapping. One very important point, that whenever, if you have 5 questions of reading comprehension, and if in one question you have mentioned certain things, and if in second question also you need to mention some of those things as already mentioned in question 1, do not fear mentioning them again, right? Your answer should be complete, as in with respect to a particular question. Even if you have mentioned the same thing in some other question, it is okay, and you must repeat it if it is required in that particular question, right? So do not fear overlapping. Don't think that I have already mentioned it in the previous question, so I need not mention it again. You have to if it requires. Okay, also give background. So what students do is they straight away come to the point, because how am I saying this is because we check so many papers of the students who attempt our mock test, and what they do is, this is one mistake so many students do very quickly, they just quickly jump to the answer and they say because so and so, that's it. But see, reading comprehension is not only a test of your understanding skills, right? It is a writing exam. You should be clearly able to express whatever answer you have to give for that particular question, right? So it is a test of your comprehending as well as your writing skills. Don't forget that. Okay, and no opinion. You always have to answer the questions based on what has been given in the past. If at all you're asked about your opinion also specifically, then also try to base your answer only what has been mentioned in the passage, right? Now this is all for the video, friends. Please stay tuned to our channel for more such videos, and also subscribe to our channel. This is all for the video, friends. Please subscribe to our channel if you already haven't, and please remember that practice is very important when you're appearing for your descriptive English mock test, and also the cutoff has already been specified in the notification. So make sure that you not only clear the cutoff, but also use this examination, this particular paper, to pull your overall marks, right? And also make sure you have to keep this thing in mind, that this is not one paper which is to be ignored, because descriptive English is actually something that can play a very crucial role in your selection for this particular examination.